Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, sir. It's just exciting for him to get this award. I think it's an honor. I mean, you talk about his accolades, but I think the biggest thing, being a former strength coach, you got to watch him come in and just every single day put that hard hat on and went to work. As a freshman, to have these numbers is really incredible. But what I'm fired up about is what he does off the field. Being here such a short time and he's already done a lot of outreach stuff. He goes and reads to schools. He also goes and plays in the playground at schools, but he's making a huge impact, and it's awesome to have him. And he's a great representative for Georgia. So we're honored to have it.
All right, Mike.
Brock, if you'd like to say a few words.
Well, thanks, Coach, and thank you guys for having me on here. I just want to thank the Football Writers Association of America for this honor. It's really awesome just seeing my name up there with all the other dudes. It's just kind of still doesn't really feel real like this season. It was just all crazy. I came in really not expecting much, but just people around me helped push me, and just really couldn't be here without any of my teammates or coaches or the team at all. So it was just an awesome year. Can't wait to get back to work for next year. So thank you guys.
Okay, thank you, Brock. Thank you, Coach Cochran. This is Leland Barrow, the SID of University of Georgia. At this time, I'd like to open up some questions. So please, if you have a question, please put up your hand on the Zoom and we'll get you going. First, let's start with Anthony Dasher. Dash.
Good to see you. Talk to you for the first time this year. I just want to ask you this first of all. I mean, Coach, Smart, spent most of the time leading up to the Orange Bowl and the CFP Championship, answering questions about you, whether or not he was surprised you were able to do what you did, and when he thought you were able to, accomplish what you have. So I want to ask you, when did you kind of have an idea that, hey, I may be able to contribute pretty quickly for this ball team?
Shoot, I wasn't totally sure. The first couple games in, I was kind of catching a few balls and just kind of doing my thing. And then as the season went on, I'm like, shoot, I'm kind of doing pretty well. And I just kind of, it just never kind of clicked with me until kind of the end of the year. It still really hasn't clicked with me. I just feel like I'm just out there kind of playing and I wasn't really thinking about it really.
All right, Jake Roos, you want to get going? The second question.
Yeah, Brock, I just wanted to talk to you about the layoff you had. Not many guys, skip an entire year of football coming into college football. I guess how hard was it for you to kind of reacclimate, get your feet back under you? You made it look pretty easy during the season, but what was that transition like?
Coming in early definitely helped. I had no clue what to expect coming in because I didn't play football in over a year, and just playing in spring ball, just getting my butt beat around a little bit by some of the dudes out there. It just kind of got me just back going again, the football mindset. And that's what really just helped me get going again, was being here for spring ball. And yeah, it was kind of hard at first putting those pads back on. But once got going, I felt comfortable again. So, yeah.
Okay, Jake Rowe, do you have a question?
Yeah, Brock, it seemed like every time we ask about you, the things that were said were, he only knows one speed. He's kind of wired different. Where does that come from for you? Has it always been that way? Was it a decision you made at some point? Why is that max effort, empty the tank type thing just a part of what you do?
I'm honestly not totally sure, like where that came from, or I just remember this one time I was playing basketball. It was one of those AAU tournaments when I was probably in 6th grade, just playing basketball. And I got just so irritated because I turned the ball over and I was just sprinting back and forth up and down the court. And I got so winded that I dang near had an asthma attack, and I don't even have asthma. So I don't really know where it came from, but I feel like it's always been just inside of me. I don't know what it is really.
All right, Vance.
Brock, I imagine you guys have had some fun being back in Athens. Talk a little bit about what that has been like winning the national championship, and what clearly, even though you were an outsider, what's your interpretation of the Bulldog Nation after all this?
Dude, it was awesome. Just seeing all those videos at Athens, just everyone out in the streets, and just everyone just loving it here in Georgia. Everyone just seems like just so proud and supportive of all of us. Just like the whole team, just going around town, going around school, because school started a little bit ago. Just people just saying congrats and just still so excited about it. It's just awesome to see.
Mark Weiser, do you have a question?
Yeah, thanks. Hey, Brock, obviously, we just heard all the accomplishments that you had as a freshman. I'm curious kind of, what do you do for an encore now that you've kind of set the bar for yourself after one season, putting up those kind of numbers and winning a national championship?
I don't know. It's just kind of back to work from here until the season. Just try to get the team better and try to just keep the winning going and just run it back again.
Jake Rowe, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, Brock, I can't help but ask, obviously we're in the transfer portal age of college, football, and you're from all the way across the country. You came all the way to Athens. What's it been like for you? I mean, how happy are you at the University of Georgia? I know you guys have had a lot of success, but that's not always kind of an indication of how, satisfied somebody is. What has it been like your move to Athens, and how has it been now that you've been here for a full year?
Man, it's been awesome. I love Athens. Just love the people around football and just all the people I'm surrounded by. Just the whole community is just awesome here. Just getting to know more and more people, just being able to get to do what I want to do, just like be able to go and hunt and fish if I want to, or just hang out. It's just, I just don't think I want to be anywhere else but here.
Does anybody else have a follow-up for Brock Bowers? We have a couple more minutes, I believe. Any follow-ups for Brock Bowers? Anything for Coach Cochran?
I've got a question, Leland, for Brock. Jake mentioned a moment ago traveling across the country. How does a guy from California end up at the University of Georgia? What appealed to you, and how did you end up at Georgia of all the schools?
I mean, when I was kind of looking at my options, I thought about staying on the West Coast for a little bit, but I just kind of, it was either like going to like just what am I trying to say? All like those schools over there are kind of in like bigger cities, and I didn't really want that that kind of vibe really. So just had to leave the West, and Georgia just seemed like the right spot, and they recruited me hard, and just all the people here just seemed awesome, which they are. So that's pretty much the biggest reason.
I guess I just follow up, Brock, and I'd ask you just about the challenges of playing tight end. I know in high school you played several positions. How tough was it to pick up this position in Monken's offense? Because it looks like you do more than just play tight end to us.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too hard for me. During the spring, I struggled a lot, like I said, with the playbook and everything. But after that, I got it pretty. It was clicking pretty good with me. I mean, yeah, I mean, I was able to pick up on patterns pretty easily and just everything like that. So, yeah.
Hey,
Man.
Leland,
Yeah.
it's Shane. My 8-year-old son was in here listening to Brock, and he said, "Wait a minute, he's just a freshman." And I said, "Yeah, but he's just a freshman." He's like, "Man, I thought he was a senior and gone." And he walked out of the room disappointed. So can we confirm that he is just a freshman, and we've got at least 2 more years of having to compete against him?
He is just a freshman, and I want him to come back in the room, and I want him to be able to ask a question right now.
I think he's done, man. He tapped out for the night. But in all seriousness, love watching you play. You're a hell of a football player.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Vance Levy, did you have another one?
Well, sure, Brock. I was just going to get you to talk a little bit about your tight end group and what they meant. And, you said you got banged around a little bit. I suspect that was a lot of those big defensive guys. But were those older tight ends tough on you early or good to you or a little bit of everything?
No, they were awesome. I think we have one of the best position groups like in the country, really. Just a good mix with just Brett, Godey, John Fitzpatrick, and Darnell. Just all of them, just great dudes, like on and off the field, and just everyone's just so supportive in that room. It's just awesome. I think it's one of the best in the country, to be honest. Just the culture we built in that room.
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna pitch it back to you unless anybody has any more questions.
Good. I appreciate Leland. Coach Spurrier, I hear Coach Spurrier